cut me off.
Welcome to Roam the Region. So I started something last Friday, but Suzanne didn't get to see it. It was a 30-second countdown, and I tried it again today. I don't know if people on the other end are able to see it, but you and I were able to see it.
Did you see the stars falling?
I did.
That was cool.
Did. It gave us a 30-second countdown, and the only problem is, though, once we start that, you and I can't talk anymore. So we're going to have to get this timed right on Friday when we do this again, so we know when to start.
CBS is going to pick us up now.
I know. Well, I'm trying here. I'm still at my piano trying to figure out what our theme song is going to be, but we have we're getting closer. So thanks for joining us for our Tuesday edition of Roam the Region. We have a great show today. I just wanted to show you on Friday, we had Lisa and Leandra on from Lewiston Love. I ended up getting my sweatshirt.
Oh, nice.
Hand tie-dyed.
It looks comfy.
Brunette. I know. I can't wait for it to get nice and cool to wear it. There's this cute little detail on the neck, Lewiston Love, with Lewiston with a heart. And I ordered it right after our segment. I put in the discount, and it was great. Actually, Lisa's husband came and personally delivered it to the office on Monday. So it was nice, easy service. So these are still available. A what?
It looks like a creamsicle.
That is the color, creamsicle.
Nice.
Wanted to give a few other updates before we have our guest on. So one of the things that we were talking about over the past couple weeks and months is if the Discover Niagara shuttle was going to run. And we're happy to say it will start on August 7th. Friday, August 7th, it will run at two buses, not the full fleet that is usually out there, but it will have all the normal stops except for the Power Vista and Castellani Art Museum. You can find out more information on discoverniagarashuttle.com. They also will have some requirements. The driver, those who are riding the bus, you do have to wear your mask, there's sanitizer, you do have to sit with your group, you have to social distance on the bus, and they can only accept up to 50% capacity. So a few changes, but wow, I can't wait for those buses to start running again. They really do wonders for Youngstown, for Lewiston, for Niagara Falls. It's just a great addition to bring tourists to our area. And right now we're going to take whoever we can get. So
I can't wait to start seeing people again.
I know. Well, that will be on Friday, August 7th. So definitely very appreciative to the Niagara Falls National Heritage Area. This is their signature project and very happy for that. Also, some other news from that we received just a few days ago. I think it was on Sunday, the official word, and it's official when it's on Instagram or Facebook. It's official when it's social media.
It must be true if it's on Facebook.
Well, I did see Amy yesterday, and she stopped by the office, but Desserts by Amy has a beautiful kitchen on Center Street that they've been doing all of their business out of. And she is actually keeping that, but opening up a storefront in what is also known as the Little Yellow House on 476 Center Street. So that is the house. It used to be the Spice Harbor. It is in front of the Peace Garden. She doesn't have an opening date soon, but she did get the contract and the keys, and she is getting herself ready. So there will be a storefront there opening soon. And I don't know about you, but if you've never had any of the Desserts by Amy,
I hear they're good though. They look
good. So good. It's
there goes the Weight Watchers down the tubes.
I was just going to say it's not going to be good for us. So it is nice because she is good friends with Sarah from the Rose Hanger. You could walk across the street from You and Me. I'm wearing an outfit from You and Me today. You know, it's just going to be a great energy right there. So we're very excited about it. You can, get your dessert at Desserts by Amy and then head down to the bake shop and get your desserts there too. So nice. Yeah, we're definitely not losing any weight.
We're not
anytime soon.
That's right.
Okay. So those are the main things we wanted to cover before we had our guest on. Is there anything else I missed? You have an umbrella there behind you.
I know, it's raining. It's raining today. So I'm reporting that it's raining.
Oh, you are. And actually, those umbrellas were one of my favorite golf handout gifts that we had given, I don't know, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. They're huge, and we still have a few of them laying around the office. But if you golfed in our golf tournament a few years ago, that was the gift that we gave you. And Everyone loves those. Those are great
Yeah,
umbrellas.
those are good. We should bring them back.
We should. We should. Well, I think, it's raining, but there's still an opportunity for you to get out, you patronize our businesses, our member businesses, and go out to eat. A little rain's not going to kill you, right?
No. How's Marty?
Oh, Marty's good. He went to go to our member Buffalo Coffee Roastery in
Oh,
Sanborn.
nice.
We're out of coffee, and you know how I need my
Oh,
coffee.
yes,
So
absolutely. Gotta
he
have the
left.
coffee.
He left. The kids are across the street. They probably are going to run in any moment now. So just bear with us. But we're going to bring Chris into our stream. Chris is here with, hi, Chris. He's here
Hi,
with the
Chris.
rooming table. And gosh, we've already had one tour under our belt. The next one's on Friday. Tell us about coming back to Lewiston for the season. Tell us a little bit about when that started and what we can expect.
Oh, well, thank God we're back, It was a lot. It was a long time, and I'm just really excited to be back in Lewiston. I'm really excited that the tours have started up, and just in general that businesses in general are starting to open up their doors slowly but surely, and cautiously at the same time. So but this season, we, like Jennifer, like you just said, we just had our first tour on Saturday. It went really great. We this year, obviously, we have some new protocols that we're adding in to make sure that everyone's safety comes first, and that we're taking care of everybody the way that we need to. And that we're requiring masks on our tours, except for when we're eating. We are also making sure that we're social distancing, and so that the groups that, like for example, on Friday where we had 6 people, we had 3 different groups. So then, while we were walking, we just, made sure that, people were kind of keeping a little bit of a distance from each other. But, we were all, honestly, we were a little nervous at first, for sure. It was first tour, and with the new norm, I guess, and but it really went really well. People seemed to have just as good of a time, and honestly, the food tasted just as good. So everything was great.
That's great. Now, you've been doing this for a few years now. How many years has this been?
This is our 7th year. Seventh year.
So more than a few. Time flies by.
I understand. I have to check every year. I can never remember either. So
yeah. So you know your way around Lewiston now. When you come on this tour, you have besides yourself, you have one of the best guides to take people around Lewiston. I just have to give her a shout out. Brita Guyven is, so personable, so much fun. And I'm so glad that you have her as one of your tour guides.
Oh, I'm so blessed to have Rita. I couldn't do it without her. She is a huge asset to my business, and she's an amazing, amazing person. And, Bill ain't such a bad guy either. So
he's not. We'll keep him. He's great.
But no, it's been great, and she's an amazing tour guide, and her passion for Lewiston just really comes out in every single tour, and I think she really enjoys it as her post-retirement little thing that she's got going on. So it really works well.
How many stops are on the tour?
So this year, with the unfortunate things that happened with Brickyard, we have 5 restaurants. However, last year we had 6. However, we're making up for that one lost restaurant temporarily by serving the Brickyard Brewing Company beer paired at the silo, and then we also have added on Gather American Eatery this year as part of our tour, and they have kind of a larger souped up tasting for us to make sure that all of our guests are definitely full by the end of the tour.
Nice.
That's great. So what can somebody who's looking to buy a ticket, what can they expect on the tour? A little bit of a sample of food and beverage at each location, or how does this work?
Yeah. So when you buy your tickets at our website, lewistonfoodtours.com or theroamingtable.com, you can also purchase through 1-800 number as well. But when you buy your tickets, we start our tour off at the Silo restaurant, and we go through Lewiston. We tour Lewiston. The whole walk is about a mile and a half total. When, again, like I said before, we go to 5 restaurants. Along the way, we learn all about the history, the amazing history of Lewiston, and which ties the Underground Railroad, the War of 1812, and then also the invention of the cocktail in Lewiston and Catherine Huster's story as well. And there's a couple other things that are super interesting. But also, so when we go to each restaurant, though, we taste food at all of them. There's 3 restaurants and 2 specialty shops / coffee houses that we go to, and then we have a wine pairing at 1 and a beer pairing, as I mentioned before, as well. So when you're done with the tour, you will be satisfied. Your belly will be full, and you'll also learn a little bit of history as well.
How long does the tour usually last? What's an average time frame somebody should plan for this?
So our tours start at 1:30. All tours start at 1:30, and they last until about between 4:30 and 4:45. So about 3 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes max.
Oh, wow. That's so
Wow.
Coming on this tour, you need an empty stomach, obviously. Mm-hmm. And the price of the ticket, it covers everything, correct? So
yeah.
Any extra money you bring is just if you happen to purchase anything in addition, correct? Everything's covered under your ticket price.
Absolutely. Everything's included. Your food, beverage, history, your tour guide, everything is all included. So it's a nice little afternoon. You don't have to worry about anything.
So if I was to go on this tour, would you recommend dressing and, with the thought process of I'm going to be walking on this tour, comfort is probably key. What do you suggest on that?
Okay, Jenny, you cut off a little bit there, but I think you're asking about the what you should wear. Yes. So obviously, being a walking tour, and we do, like I said, walk about 1.5 miles to 1.75 miles. So, and including Barton Hill, I would include definitely wearing sneakers, proper footwear, dress for the weather. I mean, honestly, it's the strangest thing ever, but it has only officially rained on 3 tours in 7 years. So wow. Expect sunshine if you're coming on a rowing table tour. It's pretty amazing, but you never know. But we do run rain or shine, and then also this year, make sure you bring a mask. However, if a guest does forget, we do have extras for them as well.
Excellent. Now, your second tour of the season is on Friday. How long are you hoping to extend this season through this year in 2020?
So for right now, we are going to end at our normal time, which is the last week in September. But we're going to kind of see how things go. Right now, we're just kind of working day by day. We never know how. With the times and how they are with COVID and things like that, how things are going to go. So right now we're planning on running through August and through almost all of September, and then we'll kind of go from there. Normally we do past September, except private tours, which again I did want to mention as well, because the great thing about a food tour is that it's really awesome for like business outings, bachelorette parties, any kind of like outing with your longtime friends, and we do host private tours for just your group, and we do that throughout the year. Oh,
that's great. That is great. Mm-hmm. And I know you had mentioned before we were on air, you're keeping the groups very small. The most that are allowed on a group is 10. So that's you know, that's a great group to be able to walk down the street. It's nice and small. So if you're, you know, you're worried about social distancing or things that have come up, you know, you're taking every precaution to make sure that it's a small and intimate group.
And, you know, we're doing everything we can for that. It's just, we want to make sure that people are comfortable on our tours. And that's like the thing that I'm most, you know, that I'm really have taken it, put on as the forefront this year for my business plan. So it's super important for sure.
That's great. That's excellent. Well, we appreciate it. We know people have had a great time on the tour. Where do you start? Where does it start? Where does it end?
Sure. So I can kind of walk you through the tour if you like. So,
yes.
So we start off at the Silo restaurant, and we have that famous sandwich that was featured on Man vs. Food on the Food Network, the haystack. And we don't have to eat the entire haystack, or we'd be done with the tour within the first 15 minutes. But just a sampling. And this year, because we definitely want to keep Brickyard involved, we are pairing that with either their Ledge Party Light or their or the White Bronco IPA that you could choose to pair with your haystack this year. And then there's a good hour of history. We walk up Barton Hill, we walk down Center Street, talk about some of the buildings, and talk about some of the connections to the War of 1812 and the Underground Railroad. And then we go to DeCamillo's Bakery, and we actually have 3 tastings there. We taste their world famous biscotti, and then their a little bit of their famous scaletta bread, which is the best toast in the entire world. And then also we have their old fashioned pizza with a little bit of the Romano cheese on top. It's really, really great. And then we move on to Orange Cat Coffee Company, and our guests get a choice of their 2 daily flavored coffees that they have, which are absolutely fantastic. I always look forward to that stop. But it's really great to have in the middle of the tour. It's a nice little caffeine pickup for everybody, just when, you know, after a little while. And with the hot weather, guests can also order it iced as well, which is great. Then we head back down Center Street, talk a little bit about Catherine Hustler's story, and talk about some of the great things that are going on in Lewiston, and you know, the summer festivals. And we walk through the Peace Garden, talk a little bit about the Council of the Arts and all they do for Lewiston as well, and then head to our newest restaurant, Gather American Eatery. We're super excited to have them on the tour, and being involved with Gallo a couple of years ago with the Prohibition tour. Michael has been just right on board with us and has been awesome. And so we at Gather, we do their asparagus flatbread with a lemon ricotta cheese, along with a balsamic vinegar, a little bit balsamic drizzled on top. And then we have their lobster mac and cheese on the side, paired with a Sauvignon Blanc from Sonoma County, which is really nice.
Wow, you're making me hungry.
I know, it's really nice. And then we finish our tour, obviously, for again a business we've been working with for the whole 7 years is Village Bake Shop, and they've been amazing. And we have a tasting that's exclusive to our tour, a mini version of their Mile High apple pie, and with a little bit of homemade caramel on top. So it's a really sweet ending, and our bellies are generally pretty full by the time we're done.
Sure.
So.
By that time, you're ready to walk back down the hill to your vehicle right at the starting point. It's downhill too, which is great at that point.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know if we can handle another hill after that.
No. Well, Chris, we appreciate you stopping by to tell us a little bit about it. We wish you the best this season. thank you
Thank
for
you.
continuing to put this tour on. It's important. You bring a lot of different people into the Village of Lewiston, and not only do they go on this tour, but before and after the tour, they are walking. We see them. They're walking the village. They're shopping in our stores. They're staying an extra 2 hours to go to dinner. You know, they are embracing the village. So we appreciate you bringing this to the village and, you know, sticking it out for 2020 with all of the changes and making it work. It's a tough thing to have to adapt and make it work, you know, with different regulations and things, but you've done it, and we appreciate the time that you've taken to do that.
Thank you.
So,
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
so if anyone is looking to book tickets, where do they go? They could go to the website or call.
Yeah.
What's the best way?
Yeah. So the best way is our website. It's our storefront. I mean, everything you need to know is on our website, theroamingtable.com. And that's where you can, you know, purchase your tickets right there. We also have a 1-800 number that I saw coming across the bottom of the screen there. Oh yeah, right there. And so, but that again, that's the best way. And then if people want to reach out with questions, you can email us info@theroamingtable.com, and we'll get right back to you. So
excellent. Well, thank you for joining. And we wish you the best of luck on Friday. Is Rita leading the tour on Friday?
We're both kind of doing it. Yeah, we both are. And then, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know, working together on the first few here, and then, you know, you'll see either Rita or me, the remainder of the season alone.
Yes.
So.
Great. Excellent. Well, we'll see you on Friday. Everyone else will join back in on Friday at 1:30. You could either join in on Roam the Region at 1:30 Friday, or go take the tour.
Yeah, take the tour.
All sound like good choices.
Either one. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see everybody.